Xin chào, Saostar. It's Greyson Chance here. Well, this is actually my first time here, and my first time here in Ho Chi Minh, and I only have a few days here, but already I've just been very enamored by the city. There's such a vibrancy here and such an energy that it's been really cool to see that and experience. And also last night we had, I think, some Vietnamese delicacies. I tried sea snails for the first time, which was very interesting, and I actually enjoyed them a lot. And I'm excited to try some more food and to meet the fans. I think when I was younger and sort of going through the early parts of my music career, I do think I felt a sense of pressure to sort of live up to the hype and the expectation that was placed upon me. I think I am proud of myself though now for being in this stage of my career, because I don't really feel that anymore. And I think my goals in music now are more aligned on just ensuring that I have creative freedom to be able to tell my story honestly and openly through my work. So I don't feel any pressure from that title anymore. Well, I think for me, music changed my life completely. You know, I was just a normal school kid back in Oklahoma, where I'm from, and you know, this sort of mere act of performing this song changed the trajectory of my entire life and what I now call a career. But in a way too, I think I don't really necessarily have a choice to be a musician. It feels just a part of me, and it feels like the way of how I get through life and how I cope with things. So in many ways, I don't find myself choosing music. I almost find it choosing me and reapplying itself into my life all the time. Yes. Well, my new album, Portraits, to me is sort of a redemptive work, meaning, you know, it's something that I really wanted to put out to the world to sort of show not only our fans, but also the music industry that I wasn't gonna have just this one chapter, that I wasn't gonna be boxed into always being, you know, the paparazzi kid, that I could make a credible body of work that I wrote, and that, you know, sort of just came from my heart as a musician. So that's what the record stands for to me, and it's truly just a view into my year in 2018. I wrote about things that were happening in the moment. You know, me ending a relationship that was really difficult, and leaving college and leaving school and going through all these different things. So it has inspired and sort of re-sparked my entire view and my entire life in music. So I'm very excited to see where the next record takes me. Yeah, I think when I was younger, Gaga was obviously such a huge inspiration, and it's still a huge inspiration to me. The musicians that I look up to now though, you know, I still look up to Gaga all the time, and was actually just at her show a few weeks ago, and it was incredible. But I find myself focusing in on songwriters now, you know, people like Joni Mitchell and Brandi Carlile, and even people like Patti Smith too, who really are just these great lyricists, and they have this great connection to the words that they're singing. And that's something that's been inspiring me now, looking towards my next record, just making sure that my lyrics are clear and concise, and also still poetic at the same time. There are a lot of plans for collaborations, but nothing that I'm going to tell you about today.
Okay.
To any musician out there in the world, no matter where you are, no matter where you came from, I think the most important thing is it's cliche, but to stay true to yourself and to stay true to your voice. Every musician and every creative too, they have a unique voice. It's theirs, it's individualistic to them. And I think you have to recognize that, and you just have to commit to it. for sustainable chunks of my early career, I didn't do that. I was okay with letting certain things slide, and I was okay with maybe putting out records that I didn't like just because someone was telling me that it was good for my career. And I refuse to do that anymore. So my biggest advice to someone would be, don't do that. Always stay true and honest to yourself. I absolutely want to come back to Vietnam, and as I mentioned, we'll be doing so in February 2020. And to the Vietnamese fans, I just think thank you so much for supporting this album. It means so much to me to be able to come all across the world and to see people singing these songs, and I'm just really delighted to be here.